So Trump is the first president of the United States to get a mugshot. He turned himself in, obviously, along with his other fascist clown car of cretins. And I'm trying to think how I feel about all this and trying to process it. And I always go back to, a lot of us just knew this person who is now facing 91 criminal indictments, felonies, was a criminal from the get-go. Why? Because we paid attention. When Trump was inaugurated, he had to settle a $25 million lawsuit for defrauding students at his whack university, Trump U. Now, obviously, he didn't have to do time or anything like that. It was fraud. He was found guilty, but, he didn't see any prison for that. But we knew from the get-go that this guy was shady. This guy was murky. This guy had criminality written all over him. He is clearly someone who doesn't play by the rules, which was his allure in the first place for so many people. So I'm really trying my best to get into the vibe of like, oh yeah, we got him. Oh wow, this is amazing. This is epic, bro. And at this point in time, I am so Trump fatigued. I cannot get giddy about it. I cannot get excited about it. I don't give a shit about it. Because we knew who this guy was from the very beginnings. None of this is surprising in the least to me. Even though I understand the historical implications, that this has never happened, that this is such an outlier when it comes to presidential accountability, let's just call it. Because we know that is not a thing in the United States. I am watching the reactions. I am watching how right-wingers are responding to this. And they seem to be taking it well. The fact of the matter is, there's still far too many people who are shocked by this. These are the people who are in the Trump cults. These are the people that waived every benefit of the doubt and went all in and are still all in and cannot be saved and pulled out of the muck for their own good. Okay? TFG, too far gone. These are the people who believed literally every word this most obvious of con men said and currently says to this day. These are people I do not know how to help. Too far gone? Most likely. How do you deprogram them? I don't know. How do we remedy the situation? I don't know. Just being very honest. We have to live among these people who are in the tens of millions. I, I just don't know how these people get reintroduced to the reality that we all live in. I try every day. I try to be truthful. I try to be honest. I try to give insightful political opinions. But one very disturbing poll came out that said 70% of Trumpers, people still currently supporting him to this day, 70%, 7 out of 10, do not believe their friends, do not believe their family, do not believe their clergy, do not believe their community leaders when it comes to the news or when it comes to being honest about Trump. They believe everything Trump says, 70% of them, over everyone else in their lives. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Once again, there's tens of millions of these people living among us. So we have a very, very, very big problem here. And it's just outside of any scope of remedy I could even think of. I cannot even think of a remedy when 7 out of 10 Trumpers believe Trump and Trump only, that his word is gospel, that everyone coming to them, their friends, family, etc., are all liars, and he's the only one speaking truth. This is where we're at. It's a whole new ball game, guys. For those of us who have right-winger family and friends, like I do, like 99% of mine are, like I've said on many videos, I have lost them to this cult. They are gone. Do you understand that? You understand if they're in your life. Okay? If you don't, God bless you. You're living a much better life than I. Because to deal with this is a level of insanity I didn't know existed. To be a person who constantly speaks honestly, truthfully, and with the best of intentions, to be constantly gaslit, blamed, cast down, or cast aside for the word of that buffoon. That's what I'm dealing with. That's what many of you are dealing with. And you know what? It's unforgivable. It is unforgivable. There are no lines in the sand anymore. It's a whole new system to work within, and I'm just starting to navigate it. It's uncharted territory intellectually. It's uncharted water emotionally. It's uncharted water politically. You name it, we are in uncharted territory. And like you, I'm just doing my best, my absolute best, to just keep it together and pick up as many pieces as I can of all the things that this one toxic piece of shit has destroyed in mine and everyone else's lives. There's so much new territory here. And we're not even done with this guy.